Okay, so the last part of the window didn't go exactly as planned. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Evolution of Everton. You join me as we are about to face Man City. We're midway through September. The window has slammed shut and it didn't go exactly as planned, if I'm perfectly honest with you. Let me bring you up to speed. So, from a finances perspective, we're in right good nick now, which probably tells you what's happened. Those of you with the mental capacity to figure out the only player with value who wanted to be sold. Yes, Calvert-Lewin has left the club. So he went to join Brighton. 48 million I managed to get for him. That was the maximum, he would let me try and flog him for. His value was about 30. So I'm relatively okay with getting 48 million in the bank for him. However, my replacement for him that I had planned was one and only Evan Ferguson, right? So he was the kid I wanted to bring in. Brighton wanted 99 million. They were willing to pay 48 for Calvert-Lewin. So I tried using a brain to exchange Calvert-Lewin plus the remainder, right, to get the 99 million. And they were rejecting it and rejecting it and rejecting it. So I then offered the value of 99 million with installments, all of that stuff. They offered 48 million for Calvert-Lewin, so we were going like that and everything was okay. And then, before you know it, for some reason, the finances bugged out and said I couldn't afford the deal. I could afford the deal. I had enough that I was paying up front. All of that was fine. I don't really know what happened. We'd even agreed contract terms, so it's really, really annoyed me that we've been left without bringing in my targeted replacement for Calvert-Lewin. So yeah, really disappointed on that front. We're going to have to blame me, and that's fine. Neil Maupay went out for 13 million as well, by the way, so he went out, and that's fine. Jake went out on a loan deal to Atletico Madrid. He needed some first-team football, so he's gone. We were left with, essentially, Kelvin going out and doing some director of football work, and he's brought in Sebastian Haller from Borussia Dortmund, right? So we brought him in on loan. He's okay. I'm hoping his maturity, he's going to do a job for us. I'm hoping that's what we're going to get. Looking at his stats, he's about a 1 in 2 centre forward. So we're gonna stick him up top, knowing that we've got Luca as well, who's a bit younger, who can also do the job of being a target forward, a complete forward, be someone we can hit and play off. And coupled with that, we also brought in Rio Hatate from Celtic as a bit of cover, really. He's a backup member of the squad. He's going to join us permanently in July, but we brought him in on loan for the season. So that will help us, and it will also help us with some shirt sales, I'm hoping, in the Far East. That will also boost the coffers. But he's going to come in and act as some cover, which I think, in fairness, we probably need. So I think, again, Kevin did a good job there from his perspective. So it's not been fantastic, right? I'm not gonna pretend that I'm not disappointed with the Calvert-Lewin situation, because I am. But other than that, I'm still relatively pleased with the window in terms of what we've managed to achieve, because we went out and replaced all the positions that we wanted to replace. We knew this was going to be a challenge. We knew Calvert-Lewin wanted to go. We brought in Luca, and now we've got somebody in as cover as well. And actually, we've managed to keep some money in the bank and keep ourselves in the black, which is always good. From a league perspective, you can see we're 11th, right? We've played 4, 1-2, lost 2. So let's have a quick look at the schedule. So you joined us for the Norwich game, which we won 2-0 quite convincingly. We then travelled to St James's Park, and if I'm honest with you, we got battered. They were 3-1 up. They were 3-0 up after 21 minutes, and they could have been far more. We could not get on the ball. We scored one corner, and even then, we didn't look like doing anything else, which was disappointing. We then travelled to Middlesbrough travelled towards, and we made hard work of it. We did very, very well. We were 3-1 up at half time, but then in the second half they just didn't come out, and luckily we got away with a 3-point victory, even though actually Middlesbrough probably deserved to scrape a draw. We then travelled to Valley Parade, managed to get a win down there. Oh, it's called the University of Bradford Stadium now. Apologies, Bradford fans. managed to get a win there, rotated quite heavily, as you can see with the lineup that you have there. We did okay. Facundo Torres put him to the sword, to be fair. His quality stood out against an opposition of that level. So that was good. But that means we've progressed and we've got Port Vale in the next round. And then we travelled to Brighton. This was before the Ferguson saga. He scored, by the way, so thanks for that. By the way, that was when I had an offer accepted as well, so I think that's pretty rude that they played him. But there we go. I know it's only 1-0, but they absolutely battered us. I'm identifying early a bit of a flaw with long diags and us. We're getting caught out when these lads step, and that's potentially a problem. I've only seen it in a couple of games, so I'm gonna ride it out and see, but I'm just flagging that now that I think that could be a challenge. And today we're going to take on Man City, who are fourth. They've done quite well. Played 4, 1, 3, drawn 1. They're undefeated. They've beaten the likes of Arsenal. They've drawn with Chelsea. So, as always, they're competing for the title. We're down here in 11th. We're doing okay. I'm relatively all right with that. We've beat the teams we should beat. You could argue we've probably got beat to the teams that we should get beat to, in theory, right? Although the table doesn't necessarily reflect that. That's where I think we probably sit. So, by the way, there you go. Brighton went and won 3-2 at Villa. Who scored? It wasn't Calvert-Lewin, thankfully, but he did play and get a 7. There you go. And they're not even playing Ferguson now. They've benched him. Anyway, move on, Carl. Right, let's go and play City. Okay, let's go and play City. I don't know that we're gonna go cautious. We're gonna go balanced, stay nice and steady. Maffeo is gonna start. He's struggling. But he's been given a green light from a fitness test perspective, so he's gonna start. I am gonna put Patterson on the bench though, to make sure we can cover him in case he does go down. And other than that, we're going to go with the standard side. So Pickford in goal, Renan Lodi, Branthwaite, Tarkowski, Maffeo, Garner, Gibbs-White, Willock, Roy, Rodriguez, and now Sebastian Heller up top. Okay, yes, he's going to get a squad number. We'll do that now. He wants 22. You can't have 22, I'm afraid. You can have number 9. How about that? You should be excited for that. Number 9. You're the number 9 for the club. That's always good. Right. Okay. Let's go. Let's see what we can do. Obviously, it's a big ask. It's a big ask for these lads to go and take on Manchester City. A very, very strong Manchester City, it's worth saying as well. Let's just see. Go out and cause an upset, lads. Just go out and try and enjoy yourselves. I think you can play on a stage with these lads and you've got more than enough to go and compete. Max. If we're scoring goals, we're doing something right, although I've just lost me centre forward. So... yes, it's nice to start well. Are you confident of a good showing? We're in a good place. Positives. Good. Right. Do it. Go and play. Right, so the window's slammed shut, right? So let me know what you think overall now that you've seen everything. I think I've been quite clear in terms of what I think. Not devastated. I'm okay with it. The club's in the black. We're moving forwards, I think. Would I have liked to hold on to Calvert-Lewin? Yes. But I couldn't do anything about it. He wouldn't sign a new deal, no matter what I put on the table. And we got the maximum that we could potentially get for him, and we got it all up front. So I think we're okay. Slowly, this first half is ticking away, by the way. Even in terms of possession, we've just dropped below the 50% mark. They've now got an opportunity in our half. Bernardo's on the ball, over to Ruben, who stepped, back to Gvardiol, Kovacic, Ake, Ruben, who's clipped and he's found Grealish in a pocket. Looks like it was possibly saved by Pickford, which is lovely to see, and City get a corner. De Bruyne's going to swing this in with an outswinger, looking to find a centre-half, and Haller nods away for us. That's good to see, him getting involved in the defensive duties. That's always good, and it's gone out for a throw, and half-time is upon us. It's 0-0. The balanced approach has been working. Relax, just try and play. You've got the quality. You genuinely do. Let's just keep going. I've got faith in you midfielders. Midfield is where we're strong, right? And I genuinely believe that. Doku's come on, Pepe's come on, and Akanji's come on. That's an odd set of changes. But there we go. They've made the changes, and it is what it is. Looks like they're looking to try and refresh the wings. That's where they see their opportunities. I would agree with Pep in that, in terms of, that's where we're weakest. Rodriguez, though, has looked to box. He's found nobody. Gibbs White steps, so that's a penalty, ref. We'll have that, please. Gibbs White does sensationally well to jump and go and take that ball forwards, and then they commit themselves. It's got to be a penno. It is a penno. Who's going to take it? I have no idea. It probably should be Roy, I think, but let's see. It is Roy. Up you go, son. I nearly swore then. I didn't swear. I'm going to now hook Roy for that, essentially. He won't know that it's for that, but everyone in the stadium will know that I've hooked him because he's just missed that penalty, and that was our absolute gold mine of a chance. Hallie has not done superbly well. We're going to send on Luca, just fresh legs, nothing more than that, really. We'll send him on, go and do a job. Lodi's looking nervous, so we're going to send on Mikolenko and hopefully, add a little bit more legs down that left-hand side where we've already changed Facundo Torres as well. So we'll do that. And then other than that, I think we're going to stay as we are. Confirm those subs. I'm now back in a place where I'm hoping to try and keep ourselves on an even keel. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Maffeo. Let's do that. Get Patterson on, try and protect him. City have made a couple more changes. Gibbs White swings in a corner looking for Luca. We couldn't find him. Haaland went man for man, as you would do. Torres into Luca. Gilt-edged chance. Gilt-edged. It wouldn't surprise me if our XG's 2 here, by the way. Gibbs White looking to swing another in. Can we find one of our big centre-halves or Luca? Are you going to do it? And it goes. Tarkowski's the target. Branthwaite, no. Okay, Gibbs White gets it back. Branthwaite dives in but doesn't get there. Doku's got it and he's looking to chise on that flank. Patterson steps in though and gets it all back under control. It's 0-0. That isn't the worst result in the world, Look at those figures, top left, even in terms of possession. XG is 1.5. We should have taken a penalty chance. Of course we should. And then Luca, you could argue, probably should have scored that one too. We deserved to walk out with 3 points here. I'm not going to be too harsh on the lads because actually that's a tremendous performance when you think about it. But we really should have won. We didn't get our share of luck and that summed it up. And I think that's fair to say. A draw with City at home is not the worst result in the world when you look at their 11. And I'll take it. We're in 10th. Okay, fine. Proper mid-table. Garner's closer trip, yes. We're going to pay that 1 million because he's absolutely a stalwart for our club. There we go. Okay, that's where we are then. Let me know what you think in terms of the transfers as the window's shut now. Let me know what you think in terms of that performance too. That would be great. I'm probably going to come back. Maybe we come back. Let's have a look. So we get through September. We don't need to see any of September, really. Maybe we come back for the Brentford game. Gives me an opportunity to kick on a little bit. End of November, see where we are. At that point, we'll have played the best part of 6 or 7 Premier League games. So that'll be good then. We'll have a right good indication in terms of where we sit. And Brentford are a team we probably should be looking to try and beat at home as well. So hopefully you can see that come to fruition too. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. I have. It was an interesting game, that one for me. Thank you very, very much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Take care.